Students should be able to interact while being respectful of others. This includes knowing when to listen and when to speak. Sharing is caring. Work effectively in diverse teams. Students should be able to collaborate in teams indifferent from themselves socially and culturally. It includes open minded and discussing ideas and using those differences to enhance their learning. So, application of these social and cross-cultural skills is, for example, in the classroom, social and cross-cultural skills can be applied by grouping students together to do a classwork. Group work is a great way to have students work hands-on with students who are different from themselves. By selecting students which are in which group, the teacher can personally select which students will work together. When grouping students, teachers should place students with those who are socially and culturally different from them to create diverse groups. And also teachers should incorporate this work into their lesson plans, forcing students to interact in order to complete their assignments. So, next one is the initiative and self-direction. So, it is the importance of learning to manage goals and time at the same time. And balance tactical or short-term and strategic long-term goals in order to understand what can be accomplished now and what can wait for later. And also use available time and manage workload efficiently. So as a future teacher, we need to manage our time effectively for us to be able to finish our work, especially our prepare works, so that we don't rush time, and teacher should not procrastinate always because it is not good. So next is productability and accountability. So it is the ability to create a product using these skills: setting and meeting goals, prioritizing needs, managing time, working ethically, collaborating, and cooperating with colleagues and clients. So productivity is important since it is the way in which success and failure are established in the working world. Being productive means being able to produce a product of a certain quality with a given time frame. So accountability is also important since it is how we assess on productivity in the working world. People are accountable for actions they take to complete a task. So the last one of life and career skills is the ethical, moral, and spiritual values. So ethics are moral values in action. We must kill protecting life. It is still hard, but it is moral. Moral is recognizing what is right and wrong. We respect the law, understand the consequences, investigate moral and ethical issues over reasoned views. And then media and technology skills are visual information literacy, second is the media literacy, third is the scientific, economic, and technological literacies, and number 4 is the multicultural literacy. So the first three categories of life skills are self-explanatory, but the last category, information, media, and technology skills, needs further explanation. So I will explain it. So what is visual literacy? Visual literacy is the ability to interpret, make meaning from information presented in the form of an image. It is also the ability to evaluate, apply, and to create conceptual visual representation. And the information literacy, it is the ability to identify what information is needed, identify the best sources of information of a given need, and to locate those sources, evaluate the sources critically, and share that information. Information literacy is the most essential in the conduct of research. Next is the media literacy. Media literacy is the ability to critically analyze the messages that inform, entertain, and to sell us every day. It's the ability to bring critical thinking skills to bear on all forms of media, asking pertinent questions about what's not there. It is also the ability to question what lies behind the media production, the motives, the money, the values, and the ownership, and to be aware of how of these factors influence content of media productions. And scientific literacy encompasses written, numerical, and digital literacy as they pertain to understanding science, its methodology, observation, and theories. So scientific literacy is the knowledge and understanding of scientific concepts and process required for personal decision making, participation in civic and cultural affairs, and economic productivity. Next is the economic literacy. So economic literacy is the ability to apply basic economic concepts in situation relevant to one's life. It is also about cultivating a working knowledge of the economic way of thinking, understanding trade-offs, recognizing the importance of incentives. It also encompasses a familiarity with fundamental economic concepts such as market forces or how the monetary system works. So, what is technological literacy? Department of Education defined technological literacy as computer skills and ability to use computers and other technology to improve learning, productivity and performance. So as a 21st century teacher, technologies is important to us to improve the learning to the students and to teach students easier. So technological literacy is the ability to responsibly use appropriate technology to communicate, solve problems, access, manage, evaluate, design and create information to improve learning in all subject areas. It is also acquire lifelong knowledge and skills in the 21st century. So it is have the another way of grouping the 21st century skills is shown below. Number first is the ways of thinking, ways of working second, and number three is the tools for working or the ICT, and number four is the skills for living in the world. So what is ways of thinking? It is the creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, and learning. And what is the ways of working? Communication and collaboration. So tools for working is the information communications technology or the ICT and information literacy. So skills for living in the world is the citizenship, life, career, and personal and socially responsibility. So in summary, the 21st century teacher is the one who adequately equipped with communication skills, learning and innovation skills, information media and technology skills, and life and career skills. Teacher is innovative. He or she or the teacher is innovative and embarks on lifelong learning. He or she uses technology to maximum and to the optimum to improve his or her learning and productivity, and also critically analyze and evaluates information derived from various sources, and is able to read message from media whether directly given or given in subtle manner. So 21st century teacher is highly collaborative. A lifelong learner is accountable for results and information and media and technology literate. So next is this our second topic. What is the transformative education? So transformative education is an alternative in the banking model, which situates learner as recipients of knowledge and thus education as reproductive. Critical pedagogy positions learners as participants in knowledge creation, thus education as transformative. So the purpose of this transformative education is to empower the learners to see the social world differently through an ethical lens, so that they will challenge and change the status as agents of change. So the status of quo is upheld by current power relations. Power dynamics are inherent in any social sphere. For example, if this is the health professions, educations, they influence what is possible for a person to say and do without a concern for negative consequences. And there are many social relationships in health professions practice that involve power and hierarchy, and can also lead to inadvertently perpetuate harm. For example of this is the doctor-patient relationships, doctor-nurse relationship, and also the teacher and the learner relationships. So in order to achieve the ideals of transformative education, we must eschew traditional teacher and learner roles hierarchies. This is why critical pedagogy aims to: number one, acknowledge and connect with the learners' personal and emotional experience, rather than neglecting the learning potential that lies in this experience. And number two is engage these experiences through dialogue, which is the information form of social interaction that integrates different perspectives, mm, including effective knowledge or the emotion or the feeling, and experiential knowledge. Dialogue is differentiated from discussion, which can tend to put aside an effective and experiential. All of these all of these efforts takes place with a commitment and to continually creating a more ethical society. So that's all. I am Trisha Maytilis from BSED Mathematics 1B. I thank you.